Guys, what's going on? I hope you're well. I just want to make a video about Jon Jones and Thiago Santos. Um, Unfortunately, both of them left on a wheelchair, which is heartbreaking to see for for me who watches boxing. I'm a big boxing fan. I said I was going to start making UFC videos, but it just shows how tough that sport is. UFC is such a hard sport. These guys get broken toes, broken bones, broken elbows. They're using every part of their body. And it just seems like such a hard, difficult sport. A lot of people think that it's a barbaric sport. It's a very, very difficult sport. You don't know. Terence Crawford said that he's done a little bit of wrestling and grappling, and he said that, why would you want to do that sport? He goes, they don't get paid as much. And he goes, they get broken toes, broken elbows, broken all kinds of bones in their body. It's such a hard sport, and it is. It is. It's a very, very hard sport. Because in boxing, if you're a fighter like Terence Crawford, who's so hard to hit, is so skilled, it's hard to hit them. But in the UFC, there's so many different disciplines. It's hard not to get hurt. And when I see those guys, when I saw the Jon Jones fight, the way Jon Jones was kicking and the other guy was kicking, you're gonna break your bones in your legs. Like, even when a guy's kicking you in your shins and your calves, like, you're gonna break bones. You're gonna break bones. Even like, your foot hitting another guy's foot, if it doesn't connect right, you could break your foot, or you could break your it's just a very tough sport, UFC. Very, very tough sport. And like I said, credit to the fighters that put their bodies on the line to give entertainment to the fans. They deserve every single penny. And it's heartbreaking when you hear that, UFC fighters don't get the kind of money that, top boxers do, and they deserve it. They deserve it, because if I'm honest with you, that is a hard sport. That is a very hard sport. To go into an octagon, you could end up with all kinds of broken bones. Not just like it, in boxing, you're not using your legs. So that part of your body is going to be all right. It's usually your upper body, your head, head trauma. Here, there's like, you could break your leg, you could break your arm, you could get hurt, you could get hit with a flying kick that knocks you spark out. There's so many things that can happen in an octagon. I'm pretty sure that when they're finished their career, if you've had a long UFC career, God forbid, none of them end up crippled, but there's a chance that you could do, with the amount of broken bones that some of these guys must suffer. Jon Jones is one of the greatest UFC fighters ever, and we saw him leave in a wheelchair. That just shows how tough the sport is. It's very difficult in UFC, very, very difficult sport, because there's so many different disciplines that you've got to master. It's like you could be good standing up, but if you're not that good getting down, wrestling and grappling, then you're in trouble. You could be good at grappling and wrestling, but if a guy keeps you at distance and doesn't let you get him down, then it's going to be difficult for you. You could end up taking a pounding. So it's just a very difficult sport, UFC. And like I said, I think these guys need to be given more respect. It's sad to hear that they don't get paid as much as maybe some of the top boxers. They do deserve. And I do think that eventually, hopefully, UFC can keep growing and these guys can start, making a lot more money. Because what I've heard, that the lower level guys don't make as much. Dana White has disputed this. He said that, our fighters get paid good money, this, that. But there are a lot of people, even UFC fighters, have come out and said UFC fighters don't get paid that much. So, only the guys involved know what they're actually making. But at the end of the day, it's a very tough sport, very, very tough sport. And I think financially they need to make a good living from it, a living where once they're finished, they don't have to do something else, because you might not be able to do something else after that. It's such a tough sport. But yeah, guys, leave your thoughts. What did you guys make of it? I thought it was heartbreaking to see both Santos and Jones leaving in a wheelchair. What did you guys make of it? Leave your thoughts, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.